Hey guys, God bless you all. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful week. I just came back from watching Transformers 1. This movie's fantastic. This movie's wonderful. This movie's everything a Transformer fan, a movie fan, everything that you wanted from a film. Transformers film, to be more precise, it has it. Everything that you would think it needs an animated film, it has it. Or a film in general, it has it. It has character development. It has everything. It has... The structure is perfect, if not damn near. It is fantastic. I cannot agree more with the critics in this one. I think the friendship between Orion and D16 and how that escalates and how that deteriorates and how painful it is, because you almost root for D16 until the downfall, and they managed it beautifully. It was done to perfection. The rise of Optimus Prime, perfect. This movie did things that in live action they haven't even touched. This movie touched the mythology with such respect and such elegance, and it built on it fantastically. The movie really hit home in various areas, but specifically the message that really wanted to portray. One of those, it had various themes and messages, but the message of hope that really got me, and how that I'm trying not to spoil that much, because I try not to do that much spoilers in these videos, but what they did with the core values of Optimus Prime was fantastic. Even though Peter Cullen is not voicing this character, his essence is there, and that is priceless. This is a testament to the director. They had Josh Cooley, definitely loves Transformers. He definitely has passion for these characters and has that love for this franchise, and the writer too. I almost don't want the live action movies to even exist at this point. If they manage to do more live action movies, and from what I read earlier this week, they want to do the G.I. Joe crossover. They're adamant on it. That's the next one. And they also spoke that they want to focus more on the POV of the robots. I'm like, okay, fantastic. If you can do it, do it. That's how it should have been from the beginning. It's like, it's now them realizing that it's I'm not attacking them, but I know the limitations were there, but I think now that they're starting to see what Transformers can be, a more character-driven story. They explored it with Rise of the Beast, they did it in Bumblebee, and now they've done it again in such a greater scale in Transformers 1. This pales in comparison. This is the best Transformers out there right now. The best piece of Transformers media out there. It definitely feels like an original IP. You go in to see this movie. Obviously, if you're a fan, you know the cues, you know the references, you know everything. But it feels like an original IP, and that is something fantastic. They respected the lore. They respected how everything works. They had their own spin to it. Even to the spin that Optimus Prime was almost like a data clerk. He always is like scavenging that Orion at this point. That was fantastic. And But you know, putting a new twist on it, you know. But essentially, Orion is Hot Rod in this movie, a more hopeful and more not as brash as Hot Rod, but still brash, still pretty brash at getting himself into trouble. And I like that like perfectionist side of D16, because he's like, he wants to do things by protocol, and even when everything goes down, that affects him, because he's like, if I wasn't here, everything would have been okay. Now that I know this, how do I go back to that? Because I know what's under the curtain. They saw the wizard behind the curtain, and that was fantastic. That's kind of spoilery right there, but I'm not gonna give you more details from that. Transformers 1, if I have to rate it 1 out of 10, it's a definite 10, but for me, it goes beyond that. It's such a wonderful movie. I love it more than Across the Spider-Verse, and I really enjoyed that movie. It's as good as the first Spider-Verse movie. This movie's fantastic. I've seen that it's still in the high 80s. I saw some comments that this movie's not imaginative. Some reviews out there calling it that it can't escape the Michael Bay-isms and the Transformer. I'm like, what are you talking about? I really want to say that everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but this movie's fantastic. I don't know the movie that they saw without attacking them, with all due respect, but I think this movie is just wonderful. It's a testament. It feels honest, and it wears it on his sleeve. There's a scene in this movie that really reminded me of stories like when the characters earn their power, earn that, but that power is not what gives them the strength, it's the knowledge. And it almost reminded me of like stories like He-Man, like when He-Man raises the sword, there's like a literal scene where like chosen to be this, and this is in the trailers when Alpha Trion gives them the cogs. That was great. It was done such beautifully too. It reminded me a lot of like Bionicles and Power Rangers. It had that flavor because it's been them being chosen to be greater than others, and that was just beautiful, guys. I just can't express how much I love this movie. This movie is and will forever be my favorite Transformers movie. Transformers are back. This movie's gonna have legs. This movie's gonna do big in the box office. I just know it. This is probably gonna change the future of how people see Transformers. People are gonna want to see more Transformers like this. I just know it. But now my question is for you, my friends. Did you manage to see it? What are your thoughts? Comment down below. Let's talk about it. And remember, till all are one. God bless you all, guys. Bye-bye.